Okay, so anyway, we have a meeting every month, the last Wednesday of the month. We are fortunate enough to be able to go to Google Locations. This is a new location for us, or at least the second time here. Normally we're over off of the Shoreline Boulevard complex. So you must watch the website these days to be careful and know where the meeting is going to be. And that's hbrobotics.org. And there's links at the upper left for a forum, which also announces where things are going to be. And that way you will go to the correct location. We are going to try to be religious about setting up and notifying on both the forum and the website at least a few weeks in advance. That being said, we're going to have a few people that would like to make announcements. But first, I think this site is a little different than the Shoreline site. At Shoreline, we had to be very careful and tell people when they need to go to the restroom, and it applies here as well, just go to the restroom, don't look in offices, no wandering around. We're privileged to be able to use these sites, and we want to keep our agreement and not be wandering around through the site. Everyone must also have a badge. So who does not, if anyone does not have a badge, we need to do a makeshift badge for you, so that way the Google people know that you're with the meeting. You have not a badge?
No.
Okay. See the table back there? And I think that's Danny, but we need someone to try to figure out a badge for these. Okay, great. Dan's going to figure it out. Okay. All right. Those things being said, we have a couple announcements tonight, and Ed Katz is going to be first on the announcement list here. So come on up. Is the blue mic live?
Hello. So yes, my name is Ed Katz. I am chair of the IEEE Robotics and Automation Society local chapter. So for those of you who are new and maybe those who don't know, IEEE is a worldwide professional organization. It's probably the largest professional technical organization in the world. IEEE stands for Institute for Electrical and Electronic whatever. And, but they, okay, engineers.
I can't spell it, but I am one.
So it's more than just one organization. The galactic headquarters is somewhere in New Jersey. I've never been there. But it is comprised of over 40 what are called societies. So IEEE Robotics and Automation is one of the societies. And the societies are worldwide, like the organization. You can join it. For those of you who have looked, it's rather expensive. And then if you want to join some of the societies, that's an additional fee. So besides robotics, you have control systems, you have computer systems, you have material science, and just over 40 of these. So, I have good news for you. There are so many, supposedly, the blurb I have says that there's 30,000 engineers just in the Bay Area that belong to IEEE. That's what it says. I don't know that that's true. There are so many that this region, San Francisco Bay region, is split into what are called sections. So there are 3 sections. We are in the Santa Clara Valley section. There's also an Oakland East Bay section. There's also a San Francisco and North Bay section. Okay, so I'm going on and on about this for a reason. Yes, it's expensive to join as a member. However, many of the societies have local chapters, such as our IEEE Robotics and Automation Society. There are approximately 20 local chapters in the Bay Area. Some are in the various sections. So there's some in the East Bay that have the same section in Santa Clara. Okay, so good news. Many of these chapters have free technical meetings. If you've been to any of our Robotics and Automation Society meetings, you know we don't charge for admission. Many of these, likewise, for their technical meetings, don't charge, although they may ask for a small donation for refreshments. So that's the good news. However, how do you find out across these three sections in the entire San Francisco Bay Area where a particular technical talk is happening and all the logistical information? Okay? Another bit of good news. There is something online called the IEEE eGrid. So you could Google IEEE and eGrid, E-G-R-I-D. You can put yourself on the mailing list. It's an opt-in. It's no charge. And you will get an email twice a month that will list the calendar for the entire San Francisco Bay Area. So if there's a circuits and systems meeting, technical meeting that you want to hear the speaker of in the East Bay, you'll know about it. Where is he? Where's Mr. Camp?
Yes.
You are on a panel in October?
Yes, that's affirmative.
Okay, so I knew this because I read the latest IEEE grid because it lists meetings a month or two ahead of time.
Don't let anybody in those things.
And I'm going, I know this person, so I have to embarrass him at the next meeting.
Try your best.
Yes. Okay. So I mentioned that the way to sign up is to go to the website. The second way to sign up is to send me email. Of course, you have to know my email. And I won't tell you, but you can probably figure it out from the mailing list. Or the easiest way is to put your email and name on this sheet. And I will make sure you get signed up. This is an opt-in. It's free. Most of the meetings are free. And you can opt out anytime. Questions?
We got it short. You might want to talk to Ed later. He'll be around for a while, and you can get any questions you like answered offline. We have a very tight meeting tonight, so I'd like to kind of keep it rolling along.
Could you just repeat where we find the list?
Okay, so
Check.
we have another announcement, and CEO Craig is going to talk about Cal Games briefly, and take it away.
I got that message. Thanks, Mark. Okay, so I'm Seal. Some of you know me. So I haven't been here in a while, sorry. Anyway, Cal Games is something that a number of you have participated in over the last few years. Those of you who have done and I've written you and you haven't signed up, I really need to hear from you. And those who have, thank you, Camp. I've already signed up, that's great. So what I'm looking for is computer science, engineering, marketing. We have an imagery, we have entrepreneurship, we have a number of different awards. And the program is for high school students. So it's high school first robotics. It's what's called an off-season event. It's at Woodside High School, October 5th and 6th. And it is 2 days now, not just one. If you can only do one though, there are some options, so write me. So we're looking for judges, and I'm looking for some ref assistants, inspectors, which is just a Friday night, Saturday morning. So I put a plea out on the list already, and feel free to reach out to me. I'll give you my card, I have a few with me. So I wanted to mention that and could use your help. We need to inspire young people. Young people in particular, young men and women of color. Young women are not going into some of these fields, in particular computer science. And I don't want to be the only one anymore in a lot of meetings that's an engineer. So we need more of them. And we need your help, men and women, to inspire them about what a terrific career being an engineer is. Creative problem solving, that kind of stuff. So I can use your help. It's volunteer. We do give good lunches. All right.
What we get.
First weekend in October, October 5th and 6th. It's at Woodside High School, the same location as last year. And like I said, it's 2 days, that's the one difference. And the whole theme this year for all the first programs has been space, because it's been the 50-year anniversary, as you know. I remember I was inspired that year. So that's what we need you for, so sign up please. And since Ed mentioned IEEE, I'll throw in a plea for SWE, Society of Women Engineers. If you're interested in joining, men and women, we're always looking for you to help, and I'll give you some more on that later at some other time, okay?
Okay.
Question?
Oh, you had
We had
one
a
question.
No, I wanted to make an announcement.
No question.
Okay, we're going to have one other brief announcement, then you can come up after that. There is a we have a meeting that happens at the, what Camp likes to say, the penultimate Wednesday of the month, which is a week before this meeting typically. That is the SIG and SV Ross meeting. It moves around. It has moved around fairly recently, but it now seems to be settled at Maker Nexus.
Yay, Maker Nexus.
Yes. And I've been told to give them a plug because apparently their wood shop is open now, which I guess was a reason some folks weren't interested. That would be a wooden plug then. Okay. All right. Well, and we have another announcement here, and then after that we'll get on with the. Oh, yes.
Quick announcement as well.
Oh, okay. Let's see. You'll be right after this gentleman right here.
Question? Where is Maker Nexus located?
On the website, we'll have a link where we have the appointments off to the right. Off to the right, you'll see upcoming things, and you can either find a link there or on the calendar, or if somebody else wants to yell out the address.
Maker Nexus,
Yahoo Caribbean. Yeah, East Caribbean, 234 East Caribbean in
and
Sunnyvale.
makernexus.org.
Okay, a couple of quick comments. First, I'll say that the Cal Games that Seal was talking about, I've been a judge there a couple of times, and it's a great experience. You can't believe the enthusiasm these high school kids bring to it. I encourage you to sign up to help out with that. It's really fantastic. I'm the club treasurer, so I just want to make a couple of quick announcements. One is, if you're not a member, this is the best deal you can find anywhere. $10 membership for the year per family. It's a great deal. So if you want to help contribute and support the club, if you're not already a member, you can find instructions on the website how to send payment by PayPal, and then next time you show up at the meeting, you'll have a badge ready and waiting with your name on it, but also you'll be supporting the club as a member, so I encourage you to do so. If you do send money by PayPal, which is preferred, please send it as a friend or family payment, not as a vendor, and that way they won't put their PayPal tax on it. So please, if you haven't already, sign up for the club. The other thing is we sometimes put out certificates for these great fun events that we're going to do today. So if you're interested in a certificate, let me know. We did not bring the printer here tonight, but I can print up a certificate for you and bring it to the next meeting. Also, if you complete a challenge and you want to, there's some forms here. You can just put down your name and what challenge level you completed. And that'll be fun for us to keep a record of who's completed different challenges and what level they've achieved. So after you see your robot fall off the table and crash on the floor or whatever your robot is able to do, once you complete a challenge, I'm sure that won't happen. Once you complete a challenge, there's some good old-fashioned paper here. Just write your name and a couple of other details there, and it'll be fun to keep a record of it. Okay? Question, Chris?
You should have a beautifully gold leaf leather-bound book. I know, I was going to say, where's the book? And the book was given to Camp.
I have the book.
Oh, okay.
I did not bring it tonight, but I have the book. So we'll make sure the data gets, I think it hasn't been used for about a year, but we'll put that thing back into use.
Chris, what are you doing next?
Yeah, I know. Oh,
We're gonna welcome back our world traveler, prior secretary, Chris in the back there, who doesn't know where his book of amazing feats is, but we'll locate that for folks to put their names in. posterity and so forth. Okay, let's see, we had one more request. Whoop, he's gone over there. Okay. Come on up here then.
Hey everybody, I'm Bo. I want to tell you about an event coming up in Oakland at Circuit Launch. It's right by the Oakland Airport, and they do a free community barbecue at the end of every month. And so there's one coming up this Friday, but we might even be more interested in September 21st. DIY Robocars is going to be having their quarterly race there. It's also going to be a 2-year anniversary and going to be hosting a barbecue. So hope all of you are interested in that. It's also a very robot-friendly space. We have all kinds of different bots roaming around. We have a coffee robot. We have some telepresence robots and things. So please feel free to bring your bots. You can set a lap time going around the track. But it's really cool to see AI bots racing each other, and it is getting quite competitive these days. So hope to see some of you there. Thanks.
Okay. For some time now, the DIY robot folks have come by and given some very interesting talks. It's a whole field that if you don't know what it is, you might want to look it up. We're not really associated directly, but friends of the family, so to speak.
There is no requirement to pay club dues to be here. The club dues help support our bad habits, if you will. They help us to get food for some occasions. If you are a member, you can be participating in things like Maker Faire, should it happen next year, or other things where we have a booth. But other than that, as far as coming to the meeting, you're certainly welcome to show up at the meeting, and the dues are optional. But it would help. Thank you.